Good afternoon, everyone. Semiconductor shortage not going to finish well into 2022. Add in spiking palladium prices, electric vehicles, no go. Maybe we can harvest more rare earth metals off the fireball passing over Oman. Chicken shortage in the U.S., same players. Supply chain lockup, shortage of workers. Global food prices up 10th month in a row. That explains why Ethereum now eclipses Walmart in total valuation. If you thought you were just going to sit back and chill in the pool and let all this cascade over you, not a chance. Chlorine prices spiking with a shortage also. How dare you try to relax without permission? Investors could see some of the strongest price action in gold this year, according to Wells Fargo, which sees signs of a developing rally. The driver behind this new spark in prices is diminishing supply growth, and it could take gold to $2,200 an ounce. Gold supplies have flipped from excessive to deficient, and such times in the past have sparked some of gold's strongest price rallies. And many believe we're on the eve of a new commodity bull supercycle, which would only be the seventh since the year 1800. Patriot Gold Group has the no fee for life IRA, where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold and silver, and you may be eligible for the no fee for life IRA. So go ahead and give the folks at Patriot Gold Group a call to discuss physical gold and silver, and the knowledge that Patriot Gold Group is Consumer Affairs' top-rated gold IRA dealer 5 years in a row from 2016 until present. Click the link in the description box below for more information. And now on with the video. The dream of electric vehicles. It's going to save the planet after all. You don't have to really mine any of these rare earth materials or put it together in a factory. Just drive it, it'll save the planet. Semiconductor shortage, chip shortage, well into 2022. So many electronic devices that we use across the planet and manufacture goods. Ford Motor Company, for an example, is going to have to cut their manufacturing line 50% because now these chips are used in every car, regardless if it's an electric vehicle or our go-to dinosaur remnant-driven vehicles. It's all encompassing. It is really going to slow down manufacturing globally. And at the same time, palladium reaching record highs amid electric vehicle demand. So now there's two bottlenecks in electric vehicle production and delivery. And over off Market Watch, Platinum Metals Group, quote, as the world economy emerges from the economic lockdown, personal transport will almost certainly be very popular, meaning you're probably going to want to drive other places, but you're going to need another car to do it. Something more efficient, perhaps. Electric vehicles. The mystical unicorn being more obscured by fog is a solution moving forward. Spot palladium, highest prices ever seen. Can everything continue to go up in price at the exact same time? But what I wanted to bring you to this chart here, very interesting. Notice how palladium leads gold by about 2/4. So if we're going to follow the trend on this, about Q3, we're going to look at gold prices coming into all-time highs as well. To be announced. But all these rare earth metals and exotics to solve the solutions that are supposed to be simplistic, well, maybe we can claim some of these metals off the flaming fireball seen over Oman. Referenced as a guitar string, which is becoming more and more common as the sun's magnetic field steps down along with Earth's magnetic field, allowing more bombardment of these cosmic debris pieces into our lower atmosphere. There's a connection there. And where is there another unseen connection? Right here, chlorine prices coming into all-time highs just for peak pool season. Imagine that. But how does this really connect? Okay, the March fire at the Japanese chip-making plant was then the straw that collapsed the rest of the chip inventory back across the supply chains globally. That was it. There was one chain link away from total collapse, and we've seen it happen. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, that huge fire that broke out in Lake Charles, Louisiana, after Hurricane Laura back in August, so it's coming on, a better part of a year since this event, but it sparked industry-wide chlorine shortages. And reading into the article here off Zero Hedge, not only are the chlorine prices rising sharply to incredible highs, but now there's a plastic bucket shortage. Now really, how many layers of absurdity can we go into shortages? You can only have so many excuses why things are not moving back to production levels that would fit the global populace. There's got to be purposeful dial downs, or else all this wouldn't be happening at the exact same time. So forecasts out for chlorine prices at the bare minimum, and this is the smallest increase seen here, about 60% during this summer increase, if you can get it, because what they're saying is they're going to go to the 50-pound buckets for the chlorine for your pool. No longer can you get the 8 or 15-pound buckets. They're having a bucket shortage, so everything's being consolidated into large buckets only. Have you noticed that? There's been a giant consolidation into largeness. The individual purchaser, you might have to come together with 2 or 3 neighbors then, because if you're going to sit back in this beautiful pool, contemplate life, thinking about outweighting the shortages, and forget the madness, well, let's bring you right back into it. Stagflation hitting in earnest now, noticeable on the charts. Drop in production, surge in prices. Dangerous for everyone. This one comes off Bloomberg. So when you see the absurdity of Dogecoin going to 60 cents and taking the 4th position in market cap across the cryptocurrency sphere, and then you look at Ethereum going above Walmart in valuation, just below Johnson & Johnson. And you know what's so interesting is number 15, Palladium, poised to skyrocket further due to the all-time increase in prices in Palladium too. So you have to wonder, is it truly the value of these products and services going up, or is it a devaluation of the dollar because of the absurd amount of printing? Staying on the absurd shortages, fried chicken craze causing the U.S. to run low on poultry. So they're trying to explain it away. I kid you not. That all the fast food retailers come out with a new style of chicken sandwich, and it was viral, and it's causing such demand that all the chickens in America sold out because of Popeyes and McDonald's and a few others out there. It's so absurd. But in reality, chicken supplies are lower than normal. And poultry producers are saying, hey, we don't have enough workers at the plant. Not that they don't, they're not allowed to. That's a huge difference. Let's change that sentence a little bit. Poultry producers report not allowing to have enough workers for the plants. And that would also be chicken production too, the reduction of workers on the farms. Now you could raise your own chickens, but that's going to be illegal in Oregon. So spiking on the searches here, chicken shortage, rising interest over time. And as you look at the areas that are pinging on these terms the most, New Hampshire, West Virginia, Ohio, Wisconsin, Maryland. But don't worry, it's just because the fast food chains have such great, amazing, unbelievable sandwiches that you got to go get 10 of them and eat them. How dare you eat so much chicken? You're causing a shortage. Back to your bowls of gruel. And speaking of bowls of gruel, base commodities, global food prices rising for the 10th month in a row. This comes off the FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. This is coming off the April 8th report, which will drip into May as well because we see everything increasing. Obviously, this is going to continue to go up here. 10th consecutive monthly increase. Veg oils and dairy products leading. And last month, it was also veg oils that were leading the prices higher. Now, it's absurd that they say 2.8% higher for February, reaching the highest level since 2014. Okay, they're using extremely skewed numbers when you're talking about base commodities for ag. Because everywhere I'm looking, things are going up 50, 70%. Look at the price of corn. Look at the price of soybeans, the price of wheat, the price of the actual veg oil itself. Look at the price of the press cake that are going on feed to the animals. 2%. Why don't I nudge them and wake them up? They must be having rosy dreams in cotton candy land. Because in my waking reality, everything I'm looking at is a purposefully chess-moved shortage for some end goal. And I'm not even thinking about crossing the finish line that these narratives are pushing you toward through the cattle chute. I'm not even in that stadium. I'm out on my farm growing my own food. That's how removed I want to be from this entire mess. You will also need to think about food. This is the constriction point. This is how you control society. This is how you control nations, individuals, and families. Food. Now, if you can't grow it, you're going to need to get storable foods. My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030, the 2-week or the 4-week emergency food supply. Now, My Patriot Supply also has 1 month, 6 month, and 1 year food supply packages. Because we've already been taught soft rationing. Stand outside, wait for your turn in the store. When you get inside, you're only allowed this much. They've been drip feeding you rationing for the last year under a different excuse. Now it's in earnest, in play here. By the end of 2021, you will have ration cards on blockchain. That link for My Patriot Supply, as well as links to all the stories and images to tonight's video, are in the description box below. And remember, every purchase you make at My Patriot Supply helps support this channel here at Adapt 2030 to bring you more research like this, to keep you and your families more grand solar minimum prepared. I do thank you for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and I'll see you next time.